want to talk about the mentality that you have to have when you're hitting, which is you see the pitch to stop your swing. You have to load your hands and be expected to hit on every single pitch. You are not standing there and, oh, it's a strike, I need to swing. It's, I load my hands, I swing, and I have to stop. You need to be loading your hands on every single pitch, expecting to hit every single pitch until you recognize the pitch and then stop your swing. You watch any hitter, any major league hitter, any minor league hitter, any games, the pitcher, just as he's cresting to release the ball, you'll see the hitter load his hands and then stop. Or you'll see the hitter load his hands and continue. But he is swinging and then deciding not to swing. If you are deciding to swing based on where the ball might be, starting all your engines, starting your hand load, you're going to be too late. You'll never have the regular contact or the power that you want. You need to be starting to swing. I'm swinging at this pitch until I decide not to. That has to be approached every single time. Load it up, boom. Load it up, no, not really. Just following up about the back elbow. We talked early on in the video about avoiding to have your back elbow up. We thought I'd demonstrate a little bit further why. As I said, so many people think you've got to have your back elbow up. Put your back elbow up, look like a baseball player. For 99.99% of people, it leads to a position of weakness. Mike Trout hits like this, but then he quickly adjusts and goes like this. We do not encourage you to be putting your back elbow up, because usually then when a player swings, it ends up in here, which is a position of weakness. To help show you that, we're just going to show you what the back arm generally does. The back arm generally is like a punch. If you want to help young players have a nice bit of power in their swing, have that punch. And you as a coach can just stand there and have your player load their hands and then punch. Load their hands and then punch. Load their hands and then punch. So I'm going to load my hands and then punch. And I finish in a position of strength. I'm not finishing in a position of weakness. You could go and press my bat against me right now. Here, I've got great strength. I've done my punch, and I hope to have power and trampoline the ball farther into the distance. Another flaw is you often hear people about really extending your arms. Of course, you want to be extending your arms when you swing, because you're starting here, it's a little bit tight, and it's extending. But your maximum power is not at full extension. Your maximum power is at about 3/4 extension. You can test it yourself. Go and punch a wall. Stand as far back from a wall so that your knuckles are at full extension, and punch the wall. You'll find that you're at full, your energy is dissipated just as you're touching the wall. You'll be punching the wall at full extension, and just your hairs will be touching the wall. You realize, all my energy is dissipated, it's spent. Move in 2-3 inches, don't punch full force. Go ahead and punch a wall. When you're at 90%, you'll see you still have power. So we do not encourage kind of full extension. You want to let the ball travel a little bit deeper. That's an expression you hear from coaches. Let the ball travel to right in your home plate, actually. That's your best eyesight. That's your best determination of whether the ball's a strike. I've already decided that I'm swinging until I decide not to. So let the ball travel in and either take it or let the ball travel in and hit it right there. You want your contact point to be basically just in the front part of the plate with that great back arm punch, with velocity, with speed, with your weight shift, and that's where your power will be. Now you'll follow through with two hands. The actual contact point is right there, just in front of home plate or just at the top edge of the plate. That's where you're gonna have your power. That's where I'm in a good, strong position. I'm not in a position of weakness. That's where I'm gonna get the real trampoline effect. If the pitch is deeper, you'll often hear coaches say, go out and get it. Well, from what I just described, that again puts you in a position of weakness. The best hitters that hit the ball the other way just hit it deeper. They don't go out and get it. They stand here very confident. They know the ball has to be in a certain area for it to be a strike. They let it travel a little bit deeper and they hit it like this. Again, it's the exact same power position that they have, only they're hitting it a little bit deeper in the box, not here, because it's an outer half pitch, and that's when they can get more line drives and more power out to left field if they're a left-handed batter. So you don't go out and get it. I'm off balance, I'm tripping. I let it travel a bit deeper and I hit there. It's the exact same swing. I just waited a split second longer. Partly because I just want to see the ball travel a bit farther to make my decision. I'm deciding that I'm swinging. I'm deciding this swing. No, it looks like it's going to be outside. I'm deciding that it is outside, and I go and I hit it right about there. Again, strong back elbow, strong punching position, and I'll get some real power. And that's what it means to go and hit the pitch in the outer half. Let the ball travel deeper, hit it here. Don't go out and reach and extend for it. You control home plate. They got to come to you. They come to you into your kind of zone. This is your area. Bam, I smack the ball. I don't got to go out and reach for anything. You got to come to me. You got to throw me a strike. The next thing we're going to discuss is why it's better to have a rotational swing, rotating around a point, versus a longer stride of a swing. We are not advocating what you might say is the no stride swing. There will be, by nature, a little bit of a stride, but it's really something that results from loading your hands and then swinging. There's a lot of coaches that instruct to do a toe tap on purpose. Everybody's different. We discussed the most important thing is loading your hands. When you load your hands and bring a bit of weight back, there'll be a natural counterbalance. Your foot might go up for a tiny bit, it might move for a tiny bit. That's just natural. So we're teaching, let your feet happen in the normal course as a result of loading your hands. For me, I end up getting my foot up a little bit and then I make sure I get it down. Then when you swing, you want to rotate around as fast as possible for velocity. I'm not really preaching what's known as a sweeper. When you talk about batters who have a sweeping swing, they sweep forward. The basic math for the force that I want to generate is force equals mass times velocity squared divided by the radius. F equals mv squared divided by r. The most important factor in that is the velocity. I need bat speed. You hear about bat speed all the time. It's the biggest lever, v squared. But the whole equation gets divided by r. R is the radius that this rotates around. It's my rotational radius. If I have a large radius of my circle, all that great velocity squared just gets divided by the letter r as the denominator. If I've got a quick rotational swing, the smaller the r, the less it affects the mv squared, the mass, times velocity squared up top. So I'm not saying don't stride. What we're saying is have great rotation. Have a great tight rotation, bring your hands to the ball, all those kind of coaching expressions that you hear, be quick to the ball, don't sweep. It all comes back to F equals mv squared over r. I want to rotate around an axis, and that'll then make for the highest possible mass, which is the weight of my bat, times velocity squared, which is the speed at which I have my bat. Thanks.